everybody, Backyard Bullion here. A very warm welcome to you all to episode 160 of In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver or gold. Last week it was the turn of Silver Mac's incredible bunny killer axe. If you want to see that, there's a link down in the description below. Go and check it out after today's video. Stunning piece and a stunning creator. This week, however, we are going to be checking in with the World of Dragon series. We've got all four of the designs out with the brand new one here, the Norse, in silver and copper. But also, we are going to crack on and have a look at the 2-ounce high relief Lawless round as well, because we are expecting the impending delivery of a very large order from the European Mint, in which there are a bunch of very cool coins. So next week we plan to do a rapid fire In Focus Friday featuring lots of very cool items from that order. So today we are dealing with a lot of coins. Let's start with the Lawless round. I really like this. This is a impulse purchase that I made on the Silver Forum, and I'm really happy with it. I really like it, and it's a fun, cool design. It's really, really high relief, if you can see here. Now this is made by the Elemental Mint, and they are the same mint that made the Privateer series. I think it's that the way they call it, with the pirate themed, with all the different high reliefs. Now, I have to say, it's an interesting topic, this, actually, about whether or not they're kind of worth it. They are slightly premium for us here in the UK. They don't come over to the UK that often. And when they do, you often have to pay a bit of a premium on these type of high relief rounds. But they do seem to hold their value pretty well, and that's always a good thing. This is new to me, though. I hadn't seen this series at all. It came out first, I think this particular design came out first in October 2018. So I don't know whether we're expecting a second Lawless themed, sort of Wild West themed design coming out very soon. I don't know. This really was just a bit of an impulse buy. It was a pretty good price for a high relief piece of silver that's very cool and funky, and I thought it would be a nice thing to share for you guys. But I really do like the design, and I'm a big fan of kind of high relief silver. The camera doesn't really do it justice. It really is quite exquisite, and you can see that the rim of the coin is pretty huge. Now, actually, one thing I will say very quickly, you'll notice it's out of the capsule. If you do end up picking up one of these and you want to get it out of the capsule, be prepared for a mammoth battle, because this capsule quite literally was the world's hardest capsule to get open. It's almost like they didn't want you to open that capsule, so be prepared for that. Well, that's a kind of a good thing, I suppose, in a certain way, because it is protecting the coin. However, there is a little bit of milking over here, as you can see underneath the clouds. And, that's, I guess, something. But ultimately, this isn't purchased from me as a, make loads of money on it type coin. It's very much just an impulse buy, which I quite enjoy. And I thought it would be fun to share it with you guys here. I personally love this side with the 6-shooter here much more than the train side. I mean, the train side is great. It looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but this just looks fantastic with the high relief central part with all of the bullets in there, 6-shooter, and the rope motif around it, the Lawless text there. It's just really simple and good and very, very attractive looking. I love the text of the Lawless up there. It's fantastic. So overall, really quite a fun round. I'm not sure whether I would go out of my way to get the next in the series, but again, if there was one at a decent price that I was able to find, then I probably would pick it up just to share with you guys here on YouTube. One thing I do quite like about this is it's got that kind of it's got perspective in it, which I think is really good. Like, instead of just having the train coming front onto you, it's at a slight angle, so you can see the majority of the train going back, and it's got that look of perspective, and I think that's really very interesting how they've achieved that in the coin. With obviously the 3D high relief part of it really does help, I think, as well. But if you have different angles, you can see just quite how high relief it is. That's a good angle to showcase how good it is. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Lawless. I thought it was quite a fun pickup, and I don't know, do you have them? Do you like them? Has this inspired you to go and pick some up? Do let us know down in the comment section. Right then, next up is the next in the World of Dragon series. This is the Norse. Now, this is from Provident Metals, and we've seen the first 3 in the series come out before this in the form of the Aztec. Come on, focus camera. The Aztec, the Chinese, the Welsh, and now the Norse. So we've got a whole array of different styles of dragons, and I have to say this is my favourite. This is, of course, based on the very, very famous dragon Nidhogg. which in obviously Norse mythology is an incredibly important dragon, and I think it's done incredibly well here. This is by far and away my favourite design of all four. I really do think this dragon stands out in its fearsomeness and its absolute exquisite design. The way that the scales are showing all across the dragon is fantastic. The detail on the wings looks great. I love that the kind of, I don't know quite what these are. I think they're meant to be lightning bolts coming around the back of the dragon. It's absolutely awesome. The subtlety of the writing there with the Norse is fantastic. And then on the reverse, we've got, as always, the eye of the dragon here, which looks brilliant as usual. Really good stuff from Provident Metals. Loving this series. And it's really good to see it in copper as well. Actually, I do really like the copper. The way that the light plays off it is very subtle and very cool, and the colour of copper is fantastic. Now, as to whether or not a copper round like this is an investment, no, it's a luxury, it's a fad, it's just something extra to enjoy the design. And ultimately, if you wanted to enjoy the design and see all of the coins come out in their different designs, you can pick these up for a couple of bucks in America or less. In the UK, they're a little bit more because we have to import them with shipping and all that jazz, taxes and duty and what have you. So you're probably looking at £3 or £4 or £2.50 or whatever it is to pick up the copper ones. But ultimately, you know, it's not the same as a silver piece, and it's a lot cheaper, and you can enjoy it, which is very cool. Interestingly, and we'll start with the coppers here, you can probably see on the table that the previous three coppers, and these have been basically sat just in a little box. So I've got this little metal box, if I can pick it up. It's all stuck together with magnets at the moment. Got this little sort of metal box with 6 compartments, which I was just keeping the 3 silvers and 3 coppers in. And it seems like the coppers have kind of reacted, I suppose, a little bit, because they have toned up really interestingly. They've gone a really deep copper colour. And then on the other side, which was basically on the foam part of that box, it's still the same kind of tone as original. So it's really interesting that that has happened on these 3. I quite like the different tones, and I think I'm going to try and put this one back in that same box and see if that tones up slightly differently over time. Interestingly, let's try and get those in the right order, otherwise that's going to annoy a lot of people, I'm sure. Interestingly, that, you know, the silvers have been in that same box as well. There's not been any sort of tonage coming onto these ones here, and you can see them all looking really sort of fearsome together. Fantastic. Now, you can see I'm just holding this with my bare hand, and I've got them on my bare skin there, and of course that's going to put fingerprints and oils and potentially, you know, damage these for the future. But I just enjoy these for what they are. They are fun designs of silver that I enjoy, that I love, and that I want to keep and hold and enjoy. So that's why I'm holding them. You know, in terms of their potential as a future investment, I just don't see them setting the world on fire. Pardon the pun, because dragons breathe fire, you know, it's meant to be a joke. I can't see them setting the world on fire with premiums, so I'm not really bothered about that. I think they'll hold their premiums pretty well. For us here in the United Kingdom and Europe, they're always going to be an expensive piece, and whether or not that's really worth it for people to you know, invest in. I think if you're you know, serious about trying to keep the value in these, and you are buying in the UK, it's probably best to keep them in as best condition as possible, unlike what I'm doing with these 4. But if you are in the US and you can pick these up at the kind of issue price from Provident Metals, which is a pretty low price all told, I can't see how you can go much far wrong with these. They tend to be pretty low premiums overall, so pretty cool. That, as well as the series itself, is moving along quite quickly. So you can see we've got 4 of these out already, and they are coming out every 3 months, so there's going to be 2 more left in the series. So I believe that the next one should be with us, or should be at least announced within the next couple of months, in the build up to Christmas, I would imagine. So yeah, interested to see what number 5 is going to be, and number 6 as well. And I think when the whole series is together, it will make a very attractive looking set of coins. Sorry, rounds, because they're not coins. They're coin shaped, that's the way my brain works. So there we are, checking in with the Norse, with the World of Dragon series, and this cool 2-ounce Lawless round. Let me know your thoughts on all of these down in the comment section. Let us know if you've got some of the World of Dragon series. Let us know if you've got the Lawless, and whether or not you would be inspired to get any of these if you've not got them already. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to put a thumbs up on it and share it around on your social media. And if you are not subscribed to my channel and you'd like to get notifications when I upload videos, hit the subscribe button and hit the alarm bell as well. Otherwise, that is all for today. Thank you one and all. Tomorrow's video, by the way, is going to be a pretty cool one. We've got some very exciting news to share. The Royal Mint got in touch directly with me to talk about one of their coins. How cool is that? So we've got two very interesting coins from the Royal Mint to showcase and have a look at and talk about tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, and otherwise have a fantastic weekend ahead. Thank you all for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.